Once upon a time in a forest at the foot of a tall mountain, there lived a brave little squirrel. Every morning he would jump happily from branch to branch, gathering acorns for breakfast. One day as he was gathering acorns, he suddenly stopped. He heard a strange sound in the distance. It wasn't the sound of a bird or the wind. It was a cry, and the sound of fast footsteps. He tilted his head, listening intently. Then, with a flick of his bushy tail, he scampered up the tallest tree to get a better view. From his vantage point on the hilltop, he saw a mother and her baby. They were running down the mountain path, and far behind them, 3 hungry wolves were chasing after them. The mother was exhausted, and the baby was crying loudly. As she ran, she slipped on a loose rock and fell hard. The baby flew out of her arms and landed near the very edge of the mountain cliff, right above the deep sea below. The wolves were almost upon them. When the mother saw that her baby was hanging by a thread, she cried out in desperation. Hearing her cry, the brave little squirrel knew he had to act fast. He leapt from tree to tree, then dashed across the rocks, his heart pounding in his chest. He ran and ran until he reached the spot where the baby was in danger. With a mighty leap, the squirrel jumped off the rock and grabbed the baby's blanket with his tiny teeth. Holding onto a rock with his claws, he pulled the baby gently but firmly back to safety. Just then, the wolves arrived, growling and snarling, ready to pounce on their prey. But when they saw the squirrel, a loud crash echoed from above. A large rock had tumbled down from the mountain, startling the wolves. They snarled and snapped, then ran away into the forest. The mother crawled to her baby and hugged him tightly. Looking at the brave little squirrel, she saw that he was standing tall on a small rock, breathing heavily, but proud. With the baby safe, the mother climbed down the mountain to find some food for them both. And as the sun set, the squirrel returned to his home in the forest. That night, as the other forest animals snuggled up in their cozy nests, they whispered tales of the brave little squirrel who had saved the baby from the wolves. From that day on, he was known as the brave squirrel, and he lived happily